And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Ryan Metzler.
So, it's Ryan Metzler here, and this time we're going to take a look at Crokinole. Now, I've already done a couple of Crokinole reviews. I actually did a tutorial before I was on the Dice Tower of how to play Crokinole, as well as a comprehensive review covering Muzzies and Holinsky and the original Mayday board. And this time we actually have the new premium Mayday Crokinole board. It's a tournament-sized board, and they've actually gone through and updated their previous board, which, as many of you may have seen, I was a firm activist in getting information out about some of the quality problems that existed with the previous board. Now, with that said, they have sent me a copy of the new board to review, and my thoughts on it are a little bit different. This time we're looking at a lot better quality board. We're looking at what was pretty much originally promised the first time through, and for a relatively reasonable price. So, take this in mind. I was an activist against the previous board. Take that in mind when you're looking at what my thoughts are on this new product. The premium Mayday Crokinole board, seen here, has a hardwood surface and has wooden pegs. But first, let's look at this. It comes with an instruction manual, and it's just a 3 fold-out booklet with an extra page of rules. And I'm not going to go over these, but it essentially tells you how to play the game and what you're getting with the game. If you really want to know all about that, go take a look at one of my previous videos about how to play Crokinole. Anyhow, what you have here is a hardwood finish with painted on lines marking the quadrants of the board. Now, painted lines and routed lines are often debated as to which one's better, and I don't really think it makes a difference, so these are more than sufficient for playing the game. As I mentioned previously, you have wooden pegs, and these fit pretty well to the board. They don't come out too easily, unlike the previous pegs that I've seen on the Mayday original boards. And the surface of the board is indeed real wood. Now, previously there was a question as to whether it was real wood, and it later came out that it didn't seem to be. It seemed to be a veneer or a sticker that was applied over the wood. And this time, from the best of my ability, I think it appears to be real wood. The center circle is convex, so that when a disc slides into it, it's going to be easy to remove. The outside dish of the board, or the ditch, is deep enough to prevent discs from flying out, and it comes up high enough so that the discs aren't going to bounce all around and everything. Additionally included are a box for keeping track of score and for holding the discs that you're going to get, and you're going to get black and white discs for playing the game. And these discs are convex and concave, so you'll see one side spins a little bit better than the other one. I'm not sure if they're very convex or concave, but there does appear to be a little bit of a difference between the two. And this board has been waxed a couple of times. The board does not come waxed, so you'll see that this board is pretty waxed, and it's got a pretty good slide to it after 1 or 2 waxings. That is pretty good for facilitating play. It's got the right bounce that I like to see off the pegs. It's got the slide that you like to see out of the discs, and it seems like you have pretty good control on your shots. They're not stopping too quickly, they're not flying too far, and all in all, the play surface is pretty good. One thing that was not fixed with the new Mayday Crokinole boards was the pegs for the scoring board. Now, this is a very minor deal, but these pegs are meant to be used in this box to keep score, and they're supposed to go in these little holes that are drilled in the top of the board, and they don't fit. You can't even force them in there anymore. These pegs won't even come close to fitting, so now you have to shave them down if you're going to use them. This is a very minor detail. You don't really even need the box to keep score, although if it is going to be included, I would suggest that Mayday perhaps make some pegs that do fit the holes. So that's the new Mayday Premium Crokinole board, and I have to say, it's a much, much needed improvement over the original release. The original release had problems with the veneer, it had problems with the shipping, there was some controversy over whether or not people were getting defective boards shipped to them, and with all of that, I must say, I was very skeptical of this new board. And it was sent to me, and to be honest, the first shipment I got did have some problems. The board came, there were some minor defects, very minor defects on the surface of the board. It looked like some paint had been dropped on the surface or something. And additionally, the centerpiece, the convex centerpiece that keeps the disc from falling through the table, wasn't even present. So, I got a hold of Seth, and he replaced the board. with no problems. It was actually here relatively quickly, and he did send a label for return shipping to go back to him. And the second board I got was pretty much flawless. The surface has really no issues. The center hole was indeed present this time, and honestly I have to say, I think this is a pretty good board. For the $150 I believe that it is that he's charging, it's definitely worth the price. Now, $150 is only a little bit shy of the $200 Holinsky boards or the Muzzies boards you can get, and if you're looking to save a little bit of money, this Mayday's a very good board for the price. I would definitely suggest that you check it out as an option. It is going to be available in stores, unlike other boards, and so it may help get Crokinole more widely distributed. All of that said, I have to give this a very good review, and again, surprising to me, because I wasn't expecting to have that reaction. But if you're looking for a good Crokinole board, if you're looking for something that you may be able to pick up in your local store, check out the new Mayday Premium Crokinole board. I really don't think you'll be disappointed, but before you play, do remember to give it a few coats of wax.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.